Ilia El Matador Tuporia. I hope I was working on my Spanish accent. I don't think it's slapping, but yeah, man. We wake up. I'm not sure what the time difference is between America and South Africa, but you wake up and then you find that Dana White was on Instagram doing his world famous announcements. And to say that there was a lot of bombshells is an understatement. So I just wanted to get quickly into the enigma that is Ilia Topuria. Burst into the scene, flew under the radar. I think his first fight was in July of 2021, where he fought, I think it was Ryan Hall or something, and knocked him out. Fought Herbert as well, knocked them out, which was like insane because you just don't really see that kind of power at featherweight. But yeah, I mean, he looked like he had quite a few fights. I mean, they threw him into the fire with Bryce Mitchell, who had controversial things to say, but he always does. I don't know what's going on with that guy. But anyway, yeah, submitted Bryce Mitchell, who has pretty good Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, but yeah, took care of business and he has just been on the rise. If he's not knocking out people, he's uh UDing them or submitting them. So like overall, a really really good ground game. And I'm gonna come to the breaking news just now. And then he fought Josh Emmett, who is also one of the hardest punchers in the featherweight division. And you can just remember how he knocked out Bryce Mitchell, and dude was twitching. And yeah, the man hits like a truck, and Ilya just went in there and then put on a boxing masterclass. And Josh Emmett is a really good boxer, but he made him look silly. He pieced him up, like his face was all messed up. So it was really really interesting to see that this guy is actually a big deal, and that actually earned him a title opportunity where he fought Alexander Volkanovski. I want to say he fought a compromised Alexander Volkanovski. I know people are going to argue that he got caught, he was in the pocket, he was not supposed to be there, but semantics aside, he was on a tear. I mean, it was what, a 3 fight win streak? No, one, two, three, four. He was on a 4 fight win streak, and I think when you finish your opponents the way that you do, the quality of your victories, then you become undeniable, and that's what the sport is. You have to make yourself undeniable so that they can pick you to be in the big money fights. And he was just really interesting and a very interesting prospect to look at, and undefeated as well. I mean, Ilya is what now? Uh, let's do the math real quick. 15 and 0, right? Is it 15? Or is it 14? No, it's 16. Wow. Am I wrong? 16, 6 wins by knockout, 8 wins by submission, and 9 first round finishes. That just tells the story. Okay, moving right along. He fights Max Holloway. Max Holloway has barely been knocked down since what? I think the Gaethje one technically was a knockdown, but they didn't really count it as an official knockdown. And for the longest time, and even now, like Max is one of the greatest featherweights of all time, and he was knocked out by Ilia Topuria, which speaks to the power, which speaks to just how good he is. I mean, there was times where Max fought Calvin Keita and was screaming that he was the best boxer in the UFC, which was insane because he was ducking punches like he was in the Matrix, and the aura was like at an all-time high. You knocked out Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje has been wobbled so many times I can't even count, but he had never been knocked out in the UFC. And then Max Holloway comes through and does what he did at UFC 300, which is probably one of the greatest knockouts of all time. And then Tuporia was in attendance, right? He saw that knockout. They showed us the graphics of his face. We thought that he was freaking out. He doesn't want to fight Max Holloway, yada yada yada. But walks in there. I think he knocks him out. What, round two? Was it? Nah, was it round two? Yeah, he goes there round three. Sorry, knocks Max out. And he was landing some pretty good punches. But Ilya is some sort of a pressure fighter, right? I mean, it's in the name, El Matador, the one that wrestles with the bull and whatnot. So he got into danger. He knew that he could probably eat some of Max's striking, and then he just landed the kill shot, and it was so weird and so sad to see Max on his back because you've never seen that. You never thought you could see that. He has a chin for days, but I don't know, man. There's just something in that right or left hand that he loves throwing. And going back to when he was fighting, I'm trying to remember Herbert's name because I know that's his surname. Yeah, Jai Herbert. I think he got head kicked. He got caught with a head kick, and he survived. Like that was insane to see, and it was you better start taking this guy seriously. Okay, and then now for the elephant in the room, right? He said that he's vacating his featherweight title and he's moving to lightweight, citing issues with he doesn't want to make the weight anymore. He feels like he's done enough. I mean, he's what, 26, 27. He wants to stop competing by 30. And I feel like if you knock out two people that a while ago were ruling the divisions back to back in convincing fashion, I think you're allowed to ask for whatever you want because for the longest time, Max Holloway was the hallmark of the featherweight division. Volkanovski went to war with Max 3 times and he beat him 3 times. Some more controversial than others, but if you're Ilia Topuria, you come in and then you knock them out the way that you do, I think that warrants you to fight whoever you want next. Yes, people are arguing that he should fight Movza Evloev next, but I think he should go for it. I mean, I agree with his decision. Yes, they're gonna say he has only one title defense, but semantics, yada yada yada. We're always picky. Like us MMA fans, we're always picky. It's fine if Alex moves and does whatever he wants. It's fine if whoever moves and does whatever they want. But the one time this guy that has proven himself on so many occasions, I mean, what's the win streak now? 6-fight win streak. Wanting to go to light heavy. I know most of the time Dana doesn't really like throwing people into another division and giving them a title opportunity immediately. It only happens on rare occasions where maybe you did the UFC a favor or something. For example, Volkanovski stepped up. Uh, he was dominating featherweight so much that it was sort of undeniable, and it sort of worked out. He was, I think, the backup fighter, and then there was an injury, and then he was there to fill in, and it was convincing. It was competitive. People thought he won the first fight. The second fight wasn't so close, but yeah, it's subjective, as my friend would say. That it depends, maybe how good you fight or you're standing with the UFC. If you're a fan fighter, they'll give you those fights. If you are a company man, as people would say, then you get those fights. But as for Ilia Tuporia, bruh, go for it. I actually can't even wait to see. I think they match him maybe with Dustin Poirier and then make that his retirement fight, and then his next fight can be for the title. Because if we're being honest, Islam is sort of in a limbo. Arman is injured, and I'm gonna say it. I love Charles Oliveira, but Charles Oliveira doesn't want to fight Islam. And who else is there? He beat Dustin. He beat Charles. He beat Moicano in like that fight should have never have happened, but anyway, it is what it is. So I think they either throw Ilya in there with Dustin Poirier as his retirement fight if he retires, or they probably just throw him into the title contention like against Islam because currently I don't see anyone in the lightweight division lining up to fight uh who do you call it? Islam. So yeah, just want to quickly pull the lightweight rankings because I know Aman is number one, but he's injured. Injured his back, and I know usually back injuries don't really just go away quickly. I'm trying to limit this to 10 minutes, but I might go over because my internet is twerking. But yeah, Arman is on the sidelines. Dustin is not gonna fight because he just lost, and Moicano also just lost. I don't know, but make the Tuporia fight. I mean, give the guy his opportunity. Peace.